Hey, hey, hey. How are you guys doing? Let me see if I can open this up. Um, I am happy Friday, everybody. I hope you are well. I am hold on a second. I'm just gonna let's see if we can make this larger. Okay. I wanted to talk today again a little bit about procrastination, and a few people had asked about had mentioned that they had the problem when their main problem with being stuck was procrastination, and that they felt that the reason they were procrastinating is because of fear of failure. So I just wanted to address that a little bit and look at the uh, um, look at the idea that basically um, there's no way to be without failure. There's no growth, right? It's just like you've heard like the old story of it's not a story, just like the example of babies learning to walk. So they fall like hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times. And, every time they fall, they are, their muscles are strengthening, they're learning their balance, yada, yada, yada. So it's just like, um, and it doesn't occur to them to stop trying after they fall one time, two times, five times, 10 times, 300 times. It doesn't occur to them to stop falling, to stop trying, and that they're, to stop in their tracks and not grow. It's just like they're just wired to keep going and to do that. So somewhere along the line, we get wired to stop when we fail, and we get wired to think that failing is wrong and that there's something wrong with us, and that we are it's just deep in our, at least in our American culture, it's very deep, this idea that if you fail, you screwed up. I mean, failure means you screwed up. um, and everything that I've learned in this department is all around, uh, particularly from this one teacher, wonderful teacher, Brooke Castillo, um, just about getting, and also with some Buddhist thoughts, talk about just getting friendly. They talk about getting friendly with negative emotions in general, but just getting friendly with failure, like uh, changing the way you think about it so that you expect it, you welcome it, you get friendly with it, you really explore it, and you don't assume that there's anything wrong with you when you fail. You just assume that it's part of your growth cycle, and that you're gonna, um, and that as you grow, you must fail. Like there's no, if you're doing something new and you're doing something, I started to say worthy, but if you're doing anything new at all, if you're growing in a new direction at all, you must fail, because it's, if you're new, if you're doing something that you've never done before, it would be weird if you didn't. So let's just say that the failure is normal, and change our expectation around it, so that when you fail, you're just like, oh, okay, there's a failure, and then obviously learn from the failure. So, expect the failure, welcome it, kind of embrace it, like, okay, I'm growing. It's like that's one thing that the failure is telling you. It's like, I'm growing. And then and experience that feeling. So I'm just passing along to you things that I've been learning. So experience that that failure, welcome it, feel it, like allow yourself to feel that failure, because we spend so much time also avoiding the feeling of failure, avoiding that pain. And it's like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just totally normal and natural. And if we would just spend a few minutes kind of experiencing the feeling of pain, the pain of pleasure, the pain of um, a failure in your body. So like when you feel like a failure, what does that feel like? Like, does your, like, for me, it's like I get this kind of gooey, weird feeling in my heart. Like my heart feels hard and at the same time kind of gooey and weird. I might get some kind of butterfly kind of feeling in my stomach. And I don't know why, but it's an intensely uncomfortable feeling and I don't like it. But if I hang with it, I think I can't say this for sure, but I think when they study emotions, I think they say that the usual amount of time that we experience an emotion is like 60 to 90 seconds. 60 to 90 seconds. I mean, we may experience it over and over and over, but the actual physical feeling of it. And so if you just let yourself just kind of explore that, and like it helps me to just go like, well, what does that feel like? Okay, it feels like that in my heart, it feels like that in my stomach. I feel a pain in my head. It's like, well, is that, do I always have that pain in my head, or that, you just kind of get curious, and it kind of takes you out of the extra pain of feeling bad about it. So it's just like you just take away the extra self-induced suffering of like feeling guilty about your failure or feeling blah blah. So so you allow the, kind of welcome the feeling and experience the feeling of failure, and then eventually all this is not going to happen at the same moment, but then when you're in another state, think like, okay, is there anything I could learn from that? Is there anything that I can take from that experience? And if there's something, take it and try it. And don't beat yourself up if you then don't successfully do it the next time, because like think about the babies who get up and fall down, get up, fall down, get up, fall down, and then one day they walk, and one day they stagger, and then one day they walk, and one day they run, and blah blah blah, all the things. So that's my thought for you today. I would love if you guys pop me a question anytime. I would love if you have not already signed up for the mini guide, go to my site, yolandaobannon.com, which is in the group. I'll just put a link under here. I can't remember where you can find it, but somewhere on the main our Manifesting Meetup main group page, you can definitely find it. So go check that out and let me know what you think. On the homepage of my website, you can sign up for this free mini guide. It's just a quick 4-day kind of practice that you can keep practicing. Anyway, it's wonderful to see you. I hope you have a beautiful Friday, and I will be back on Monday. Bye, guys. Bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Be well. Be well. Stay well. Stay well.